Well, a West Tennessee good morning to everyone. It's Bobby Lee from Hurricane Creek Farms. Gonna be a good day, got a lot to do. Should get a lot of stuff done. Hopefully everything sticks to plan. We know it won't, but we're gonna get some animals taken care of here first thing, and then dive into some other stuff. Got some hay on the ground, needs to be baled. Got some more hay on the ground that probably is not gonna be ready to be baled, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. Yeah, let's get after it. I think we started off the last video with the less than glorious task of cleaning out the water tank. And so yeah, kind of same thing today. Cleaning horse stalls before we get them in here and get them fed. But hey, it's gotta be done. As Jenny makes her way into her stall, the last one in, always. Horses are fed, stalls are clean. Still gotta go dump the wheelbarrow, but for the most part, horses are taken care of. We'll move on to the bovines now. Bulls are fed. So we got the cull cows, this bunch up and fed. Problem, we've got a few heifers in here. That's a different story. They weren't supposed to be. It's more reason why we got to get these cows out of here. Having them in different groups, different pastures, keeping them separated. Just being a little bit of a challenge, but yeah. Hereford is about to come through the gate right there. That black cat on the hill, they need to be in here. We're not hauling this morning, so it's not too big of a deal, but yeah, the cows, you know, our cow herd we're keeping back over on the neighbor's place grazing right now. There's enough grass back there for them to eat for the next month, but they want out of that pasture so bad. I blame it on, you know, all of June and July when we got so dry. We were rotating pastures very aggressively just because there wasn't any grass. There wasn't much. It wasn't, you know, we were just having to rotate all the time. And so they got used to just always being able to move to new pasture. And now that I'm trying to really make them eat some of that down, and because we're going to get in there and clip that and probably oversow some rye here in a few weeks. And too, I just want to keep them separated from these others, but it's getting to be a little bit of an annoyance, but whatever. Y'all aren't going to be able to see them, but these 7 steers that are still down here on this farm, you might can. They're kind of easing through the woods there, but if they're nothing else, they're consistent. That's where they are each and every morning. Which a lot of mornings, as these days are getting shorter, I'm down here before daylight, so I don't even worry about seeing them. I just put them out a little feed and check the water tank kind of thing. Be sure they ate the feed from the day before, meaning, you know, they're still here. Well, the assumption is they're still here, but. And so for our hay plans for the week, our plan had been, today's Friday, I was gonna cut hay on Wednesday. I'd actually thought I might cut some on Tuesday, but it rained, 3/4 of an inch, so on Monday night it was a little wet. So we thought, we'll get it mowed Wednesday. Most of it should bale on Friday when I have my day off. Well, we got over about half of it, and we got a breakdown. What I think the root of the problem was, we hit something with the mower right there, dented that little shroud or protective, you know, shield around the belts. The belts were rubbing there, obviously, at least that one, you know, innermost belt. Got it kind of twisted, and yeah, just went awry from there, and broke a couple of them. Other two, it kind of boogered them up pretty good. So of course, parts store didn't have 4 belts. They had 1. Supposed to have the other 3 for me this morning, but my dad, thankfully, he came to the rescue again. It's 2 weeks in a row. There's the gray mare, but he finished mowing the half of it or so that I didn't get mowed on Wednesday, yesterday. So the problem, that means it's not gonna all bale today, which is still early in the day today. But yeah, as I look at it out there, he got it mowed like early yesterday afternoon. Lord, it's green, it's really green. Tomorrow's Saturday, no big deal, just mow it then. Well, chance of rain, of course, tomorrow. So lots of moving parts, factors. You know, the sun was not supposed to shine today, and it is not shining now. Maybe these clouds will break up a little bit and shine and get it on dried down. What we did get mowed Wednesday, I think probably will bail. We'll definitely at least get all that raked. And looky there, as you can see through the trees and see out there across the creek, sun's deciding to shine. I just looked at the forecast again, and now they're saying just partly cloudy today. So if we can end up with more hours of sunlight than not, sunshine than not, then that would really be a pleasant change to that forecast. But I want to check these cows real quick. Of course, they're all on the other side of the creek because that's where the gate is going into the next pasture. And they're just, they think they gotta get out of this pasture. I think I've said it in like the last 4 videos. A lot of weeds out here we really need to clip, but there's plenty of grass. I mean, more than enough grass. They want to move. They've been in here for a week and a half. They're ready for something different. And yeah, that probably is a little, there's more grass, maybe better grass out there, but we're saving that. We'll get a look at these girls, then I'll move on. And I see I've got a problem out here that I created because I left the gate open. I'm not real smart sometimes, but. So yeah, this exact pasture I was saying I didn't want any cows in. But as I drove across here to go check on those back there, I left the gate open over here. I do it all the time. Stupid me, thinking those wouldn't follow me. You know, they were content. Well, I'm sure they heard all the commotion back there and they came a running. We'll see if I can get them to follow me back out here. Maybe what you're thinking. Woo! Come on, yo! Come on! Woo! A little bit of good news. I did finally bait these cows that I had let get out there back. Might be 1 or 2 cows that are still somewhere in between. Calves aren't in here, but those calves aren't weaned. They'll find their way in here pretty quickly. They'll go under the fence or whatever they got to do to get back to their mom. So somewhat corrected that mistake we made earlier. Got the baler blown off and greased. I think everything should be ready to go. We're about out of net wrap. I'm hoping I can get that little patch we got in town done. I don't know, it shouldn't be more than 10 rolls maybe. May not be that many. But I don't have the truck in town, so I don't have the wrap there. So hope I can get down there. If not, I'll just have to get somebody to come get me and bring that roll of wrap to me. It's about 11:15. We'll go ahead and get on the tractor and rake 40-30, drive it on into town, rake up that first field. I know as long as the dew's off of it, it'll be dry enough. I looked at it late yesterday evening, it was really dry. Should be ready. And then the next farm where we got broken down and only got about half of it mowed before the breakdown, I don't know. I don't know that any of that'll bail today. We'll just have to see. As you can see too, the sun has failed us. It poked its head out for probably less than an hour, and then it's been pretty overcast ever since. So whatever, it is what it is. We can't change that. Well, our little breakdowns and whatnot continue. Got to here to the field, cut the tractor off for a few minutes, had to do a couple other things. When we start her back up, she's dead. What we think the problem is the alternator belt is way too loose. All the adjustment is out, so we're gonna have to put a different belt on. So of course then I didn't have my truck, so I had to get a ride to go get the truck so I could get the tools. So see if we can get that belt off there. One good thing about it, we are right here in the middle of town, so we're like a mile from the parts store. So there's one bright spot, that's it. And yeah, this hay's still, it'll bail today, but still just a little green, so giving her a little more time to dry out. So about a 2.5 hour delay. Got a belt on there. Got her booster back off. Looks like she's charging, so in good shape. Did discover another problem. Hose going from radiator to water pump. One of the belts has been rubbing it. It's got like a pinhole. So we're gonna run. We're gonna watch her water temperature. It wasn't actively leaking. We'll just have to watch as this thing gets warmed up, but maybe a blessing. I see the hay is still a little green in spots, so that may be best that we're going to be delayed, but yeah, by about 2.5 hours. So this is the field that we basically broke down in. We were mowing on Wednesday night. We're going to mow, or rake, excuse me, a couple of rounds around the outside. Normally I rake everything back and forth and then do clean up, windrow around the outside. But I know the center of this is not going to be dry enough. Again, the outside was mowed about 18 hours before it was finished, the rest of it. So raked a couple passes around, may at least roll that up today. So yeah, we went ahead and raked just 2 windrows around the whole outside of this field. Raked the little small field just behind us here. It's like, oh, 1.5 acres or 2 acres, but that back there definitely won't roll today. But yeah, this out here in the center, right where we're standing, didn't get mowed. It's been mowed a little over 24 hours, and good golly, that is green. Very, very green. So yeah, I have my concerns about it even being ready to mow tomorrow. Or not mow, but bale tomorrow. The sun's apparently not going to shine at any point today, and I think even less chance tomorrow with that rain moving in. So I kind of got in such a hurry to get done. I don't think I filmed any baling yet. We got a lot left to do. It's all we're gonna get done today. So sorry about that. Baled the little patch in town. I think there were 9 rolls. I don't even know how many I've got here now. I think 5. There's 2 over there, 3 here. So I basically just made a couple of passes around the outside. Sun did come back out. It's done dropped below the trees there, but that'll help a little. I don't know. We'll just have to watch the forecast, see how much time we can actually let it lay and dry tomorrow before we have to get it up to beat the rain. But we'll be back out here in the morning. Well, another good morning to y'all. Calves in the backyard, enjoying some nice Bermuda. Hey, nothing new, right? When those cows got out there in that bottom yesterday where they weren't supposed to be, and we're running around, and then we got one over here with the bulls. The calves didn't come back in with them, which I knew they didn't. I figured the calves would have just found a spot in the wire and gone back through, but apparently they're still having trouble. They're not quite yet ready to be weaned. This is why when we do wean, we leave the calves up in the barn lot where it's ultra secure for several days. But they should follow us down here to the barn, or more accurately, they're going to follow their mamas as they come down to the barn. We'll open the gate for them. Looks like the rain's supposed to be here at like maybe 2 or later. So we might, just might, be able to get that baled. There those 2 come. Love it when a plan works. Knew if we came down here to feed the cows would come. Just left that gate open, they followed them all the way along the fence, and then there they are. Almost completely reunited with Mom. All right, so we're down here at the farm with stocker steers, and there's all these, I don't know what you call them. What do you call these things? Just jumps? Standards. So they're used for things horses jump over, which I contend that it's silly to have an animal that you have fenced in and then you teach it to jump, but whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna stand here and watch the ladies load all this stuff up. That one's, the base is bad on that one, babe. Okay, we're gonna take a few of these home so they can put them in the arena and try riding or jumping with them. Well, what do y'all think?
Oh, it looks like we got maybe 2 jumps, maybe 3 that were somewhat salvageable. So
yeah, not surprisingly. I mean, Lord knows how many years these things have been sitting in the weeds over here. I guess 3 or 4 since we bought the place, and then it might have been 8 or 10 years even before that. They've been kind of just stored. So yeah, they're in rough shape, but yeah, got a few that we may be able to salvage, do something with. But yeah, tiny little project to work on this morning. All right, I brought my help with me today. As you can see, the good Lord is blessing us with sunshine right now. There's even been a little bit of a breeze. Not really much of one right now, so better drying conditions than we've had the last few days. It's 11 a.m. Looks like very, very high chance of rain starting about 2 to 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we'll go ahead and get this raked up, turned over, and then get it baled. You can see it is still really green here in spots, but that does not matter anymore. The drying conditions are going to be decent for these next couple hours. I think I'm going to rake this first, and then rake that across the driveway. Probably will go ahead and bale that first though, because it was lighter. It's probably going to be drying better, but we'll check it. Oh, let's go get on this tractor. Hopefully it'll crank today. Yeah, got that alternator belt back on there yesterday afternoon. She charged like she should have. She'll fire right up. All right, the moment of truth. All right, we must be living right. That's good, isn't it? Good deal. Not sure how much you can appreciate it, but yeah, this is still definitely a little green where we're turning it over. Wouldn't have been a bad idea to have gotten this tethered if we could have, but we got to get it up now just in these next 2 or 3 hours before it rains. Perfect world, you know, we can even, I'll get you a drink in a second. You know, where the rain's turning it over, if we could leave it laying until like 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. But yeah, with the rain being almost a sure thing, according to the weatherman, we're not going to have that luxury. So it's going to be a little green, it's going to be a little heavy. As somebody who slept many hours as a little kid on a tractor myself, I can attest, just like Willis, that there's no better sedative in the world. You're like less than 10 years old than a tractor ride. Like, he's not faking, like he is out. At first he was leaning back, but yeah. We just got done raking that, decided to bring his tractor on home. It looks beautiful. Like it almost, you're tempted to say, I will bale it, you know, late this afternoon after it's dried a good bit more, but I think the weather is not going to cooperate. Hey, were you asleep? All right, now let's go bale some hay. Okay, well, Wild Man didn't come back out with me. He stayed at home. But breeze is blowing a little bit again now. You may can tell over in the trees. Yeah, and a lot of this, like, that's pretty good and dry. But you get over here in spots, you can tell, like right over there in the middle, some green places. But yeah, looks like the rain could be here within the next couple of hours. So probably shouldn't take us more than an hour to do this, but we're gonna probably go ahead and hit it and not run any more risk of it getting rained on. All right, so we got to put a new roll of net wrap on here. Looks about right. It's actually the first time I have ever had to put a roll of wrap on it. The roll that was on the baler when we bought it just now ran out. So fingers crossed that she wraps her correctly. I'll know here in about a minute. Looky there. That's one we just dumped. So she did. She went ahead and wrapped just right. So we got just a little more to go. Yeah, planning on smooth sailing from here on. Rain still looks, yeah, barring a breakdown. I don't know, we got maybe 30, 45 minutes left. I don't think it looks like it's gonna rain. Heck, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain anytime today, but yeah. Weatherman's been wrong before, so maybe it won't rain today. Okay, last couple of little short windrows. We're gonna beat the rain. Looking at the forecast radar or whatever, they've actually lowered us from like an 85% down to a 65% chance, but looks like it's just scattered stuff popping up all over. So yeah, one of those deals where it may not rain at all, or it may all of a sudden, you know, have a cell pop up right over us and drop 2 inches on us. But not before we get done. So I don't remember, did I say 30 rolls this time? I'm starting to take real pride in being able to predict how much. We're gonna have 33 right now. We're gonna have, yeah, might as well say 34, between 33 and 34. Probably not gonna quite have enough to finish out a full roll, but probably gonna just about wrap it up this video. We get this hay home at some point, but like I say, it's about to rain. We also, it's Labor Day weekend. Try to shoot some doves this afternoon, although again the rain's probably gonna have something to say about that. But gonna haul some cows to the sale barn next week. At least those are all the plans. But we appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for subscribing. We hit 10,000 subscribers last night. You know, I know the cliche thing to say, you know, it's unbelievable, can't believe it. I really can't. Like, when we first started doing this, I don't know that we ever had any. I didn't know that we'd still be doing it 2 years later. You know, much less growing as much as we have. But thank y'all. You know, the only reason, you know, it's worthwhile making these videos is because y'all watch. So appreciate it. Y'all eat beef and God bless.